Billy RL.
Hi, this is Billy RL Real Life. I'm here in the studio with a few of the team members, and I wanted to come and talk about this. This video is also going to go on one of our team members' TikTok accounts so that everyone can hear this. Ever since these files came out, now you have these sleuth conspiracy researchers, these, wannabe conspiracy researchers. And they are talking about, oh, Epstein is not dead. He's in Dallas. I know he's in Dallas because I have pictures from 2019. And you have YouTubers like the Black Cauldron talking about, I don't give a damn what anybody says. I know he's not dead and I have the proof. You people are so. I am the team. We talked about this before coming on air. You people make us sick. And I'm sure you make people like Jesse Ventura, Alex Jones, as much as I hate to give him any credit, and David Icke, I'm sure you make them sick too. You know that? You really make us legitimate conspiracy researchers. You make us sick because, you know, no, Epstein isn't dead. But you know what? We told you dumb, ignorant ass people this years ago. And yes, I am calling you dumb and ignorant because we told you this years ago. Years ago, as a matter of fact, I and the team, on the day the news story came out that Jeffrey Epstein was found hung in a cell, we said on that day, we came out with a video on that day and said, you know what? This man is not dead because they are not going to kill someone, and he's not going to kill himself, and neither are they. They are not going to kill someone that is that important to the one world government. Now, not just me and my team, because me and my team, the resistance team, we had sources, we had photos, we had files to know that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't dead. But not just us. And again, I hate to have to give them credit, but David Icke, Alex Jones, Jesse Ventura, Sean Stone, um, so many others. We knew all about the Epstein files. We knew who was in the Epstein files. We knew about Epstein Island. We knew about Pizzagate. We knew of all of these things way back in the year 2000. But it was you all, you newly turned conspiracy researchers. You want to be conspiracy researchers. It was all of you all making TikToks about Jeffrey Epstein being alive and YouTube videos about Jeffrey Epstein being alive. Every last one of you all thought we were crazy. Oh, we remember. You think we forgot? You calling us QAnon because we were talking about Pizzagate? You calling us QAnon because we accurately claimed, accurately stated that Comet Ping Pong was a front for child trafficking? All of you all thought we were insane, crazy, tinfoil hat nuts. But now that the government has put out the Epstein files, now you want to jump on our bandwagon and say that, oh, we have done so much hard work into digging and finding out this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something. None of you all have done any hard work. Not one of you all. If anyone did the hard work, is my team members and myself, David Icke, Alex Jones, Sean Stone, and the many others like them. We were the ones who did the hard work. We were the ones that found the videos, the photos, the files. We were the ones that were protesting outside of Comet Ping Pong. We were the ones talking about Pizzagate when you all were calling us crazy and QAnon. You all are not conspiracy researchers. You all are wannabes. That's what you all are. You're wannabes. And you all saying that, according to one TikToker, the TikTok users, they really did some hard investigative work. No, the fuck they didn't. No, they didn't. What hard investigative work? Because everything that those TikTok users found, we found that information years ago. What they have done is they have found the information by looking online like we asked them to do years ago. They found that information that we found years ago, and they did not do any hard work to find it because it was on there. We told everyone to look online to see this information. No one wanted to do it, and no one did. The only ones who was doing the hard work to find information about his uh, Fortnite account and everything like that was us. Me and my team members, David Icke, Alex Jones, Jesse Ventura, Sean Stone, and the few others, the few and the many others like us. We were the ones who found his Fortnite account years ago and talked about it years ago. So you all did not find anything. You didn't find anything. It's a slap in the face to all of us who really spent the hours doing the research while you all were too busy talking about Diddy and Cardi B and all things like that. We were the ones spending the hours doing the research to find this and that. And then you have someone on TikTok who said they have taken a boat to Epstein's Island. That's a lie. Because Epstein Island has been completely demolished. And the new island where he is on, you are getting to that period. But see, this is how it always is with you wannabes. We come out and tell you all the truth after doing the hard investigative work. We come out and tell you all the truth. You all don't believe it. Years later, when you find out that we were telling the truth, then you want to jump on the bandwagon and say you are a conspiracy researcher, you are a conspiracy theorist, and you have done the hard work. You didn't do shit. You didn't do any hard work. You didn't do any investigating. You didn't do any of that. You just found the work that we did the hard work to find, to dig into, and to get. And you're claiming it as your own. So even with the pictures that you all have, oh, we found pictures of this, that, and the third. These were pictures that you didn't find these pictures. You did not investigate into anything to find these pictures. These pictures were already out there because who found these pictures was us. We were the ones that found it. We were the ones who did the digging. We were the ones that had the insiders to go here and there. We did this. And again, when I say we, I'm not just talking about myself and my team, but those who run like us. Again, I have to give them credit, even though I don't really care, and that this is the team. We don't really care too much for them. But David Icke and Alex Jones and Jesse Ventura and Sean Stone and the many few others, we were the ones who did the digging. We were the ones who asked the questions. We were the ones that was hacking into this and to that to find this stuff. You all didn't find anything. You all just took what you got, took what we found, and you said, hey, look what I found. Oh my God, I did some digging. You didn't do any digging at all. It didn't take any digging to find this information because we put it on there. It was been online since 1999. And on the YouTube side, YouTube took it off, but everywhere else, it's been online since 1999. It's been on there, but no one was paying attention to it. Now that the government put out the files, now they go to this site and that site and they pay, I'll bet you, and they find it and they say, oh, look what I found. After doing some digging, I found this. Shut up. You didn't find anything. You didn't find anything. And this is how it always is with you all. We do the hard work of bringing forth the truth. You all don't believe it. Years later, you find out that we were telling the truth. Then you try to jump on the bandwagon and pretend as if, hey, look what I found. This is why this is why I'm a conspiracy theorist. You're not. Because if you were a conspiracy theorist, you would have been one from day one when we told you this shit was happening. We didn't have to wait until the files came out. We already knew what was on the files. We already knew the time when Alex Jones had all his people stand out in front of Bohemian Grove and and talk to people who had books that showed in the books all the people who went to Bohemian Grove and what they did to the children there. You all didn't believe. And no, and here's another thing. People are saying he is in Israel. This man is not in Israel. See, again, if you had been listening to all of us from day one, you would know exactly where he is because we said it. We said it from day one where Epstein is and where Ghislaine Maxwell is, right along with him. But you all didn't listen. And when I say you all, I'm not talking about my subscribers, our subscribers. I'm talking about these people who are now calling themselves conspiracy researchers. You all didn't believe, you all didn't listen when we told you where he was. Now you all are trying to say, "Oh, I know exactly where he is, and I got pictures, and everything that you got about Epstein came from us, came from all of us legitimate conspiracy researchers who have been telling you for years that this was happening. Way back during the times of John Podesta. Hell, you even had the David Koresh Colton was telling you this shit was happening. You all didn't believe then. So, you're not conspiracy researchers, none of you. Not you YouTubers, um, not Cauldron or any one of you. You all are not conspiracy researchers. Because if you were conspiracy researchers, you don't just talk about this after the files come out. You would be talking about this from day one. You would have been talking about this when we were talking about Wayfair. You would have been talking about this when we were talking about Comet Ping Pong. You would have been talking about this when we was talking about John Podesta and how the Hostel films, was tied into child trafficking. You would have been talking about it then, not just now that the Epstein files have come out and now it's popular to be a conspiracy theorist. So let me jump on the bandwagon, please. This was not a trend. Honey, this was not a trend. We're not being, I and the team and the many others, the many others who were called QAnon. We aren't conspiracy theorists. We are conspiracy researchers because it's trendy. We're conspiracy researchers because this truth has to get out. You all have deemed yourselves conspiracy theorists, conspiracy researchers, because now in your minds it's trendy. It's cool to be that. So let me jump on the bandwagon. Shut the hell up. You are conspiracy researchers. You are conspiracy theorists. You are one of these. And I will also say this is exactly what you did during the pandemic. When we told you all from day one of the pandemic, I and the team, David Icke, Alex Jones, Jesse Ventura, Sean Stone, many others, we told you all, don't take the vaccine. The vaccine is one to kill you, is one to. We told you about all of these things about the pandemic. No one listened. Then, when the government came out and said exactly what we were saying about the vaccines, then people started jumping on the bandwagon. Yeah, because I'm a conspiracy theorist, and look what I found out about Moderna at Pfizer. Hell, you didn't find out a damn thing. We told you this. We told you this during the pandemic. You didn't want to listen. You called us crazy. You thought we were insane. Now you want to jump on the conspiracy research bandwagon, excuse me. And then people are talking about now, oh, yeah, because I did some research and I found out that Wayfair, you didn't do research? You just found the information that we put out about Wayfair, about pizza, about all of that years ago. And you just finally decide, well, okay, let me take a listen. Let me take a listen. Let me look at all of this. And then you're deciding to claim it as your own, as you doing investigative work. You did not. This is what I wanted to say because, it is a slap in the face to us legitimate conspiracy researchers when you have these wannabes coming on and trying to take credit for something that they didn't even believe from day one. None of you all believed us. And to be honest about it, the reason why there are so many victims of Epstein is because of you all. Every single one of you all. If you all had listened to us from day one, maybe there wouldn't have been as many victims as there was. When we were telling you, I and the team and so many others, with our sources, with our photos, our documents, and our files, when we were telling you from day one, they're taking children, they're kidnapping children for human trafficking. They're taking people for adrenochrome. Remember, we were talking about adrenochrome first, and everybody thought we were crazy. When we were telling you these things, and you all for so many years, you didn't listen. Now that the government has said everything that we told you years ago, now you want to listen and take it serious. It's too late now, you idiots. It's too late. It's too late now because the time when you should have done something was when we were telling you from day one. That's why Epstein went on for as long as he did, because you all refused to listen. And now you want to team up with us conspiracy researchers. And I am telling all of the conspiracy researchers, Jesse Ventura, Sean Stone, Alex Jones, David Icke, all the rest of them, don't team up with these people. No, let them go out there and hand. This is their fight, not ours. Let these amateurs go out there and fight against what's happening with Epstein. Why should we join up with them when we wanted to join up with them years ago and they didn't want to? Now go out there and deal with it. Now go ahead. No, because when you all and go out there and try to do it in this time and this day and age, you all want to lose. And the reason why you're going to lose is because you're doing it too late. You should have done it years ago when you had the chance. And you know, for those who are asking, well, if you still have the proof, why don't you bring it out? Why don't you bring it out now? And to risk losing our lives the way the many others who did bring forth information lost their life. No, I'm not doing it. No, we're not doing that. Because, like I said, we lose our life, us, myself, and our team members, because we have the files, we have the photos, we have the videos. We bring that out, we lose our lives, and you all will carry on as usual, just like you did when the many legitimate conspiracy researchers were taken out. You all carried on as usual. No, we're not doing that now, because they would take us out in a minute. So this is what I wanted to come on and say. It's a slap in the face to hear these people, these same people who sit there and thought we were crazy. Now they're calling themselves conspiracy theorists. No, you're not. Because a conspiracy theorist doesn't just become a theorist or a researcher after the government releases something. They are researchers, they are theorists before the government releases a damn thing. And not just myself and the team, but again, David Icke didn't just become a researcher after the trials came out. He's been that since the 90s. The same thing with Alex Jones, the same thing with Sean Stone, the same thing with Just Ventura, the same thing with the many others. The many others, they didn't just become it after the fact. They've been doing this. You all are late. And I do want to say this one last thing. This is why this is such a surprise to you all. Everything you're hearing about Epstein, oh, what? I can't, it doesn't surprise, you don't see us being surprised by it. You know why? Because we knew this. We knew this. We knew everything that he said, everything that he did. We knew who was on that list. We knew it all. In fact, there was a man who died for it. His name was Isaac Cappy. And he tried, and oh, we remember, because we talked to him. Oh, we remember the many things he was called. Oh, he's just jealous because his career never went off, and that's why he's saying this about Seth Green and all. And look at here. Now, what do we see when we go online? People trying to use his videos. Don't you dare. Don't you dare even say his name in your mouth. You're not even worthy to do so. When this man was alive and he tried to tell you what was going on and you didn't listen, don't you dare speak his name. You people are ridiculous. And but it's okay though, because you all you all are in for big surprises, and which we told you about too. You all are in for big surprises. And let's see when these big surprises roll out. All of you YouTubers, let's see when these big surprises start rolling out that will affect you. Let's see how long you'll continue to stay conspiracy theorists and researchers. I bet you will abandon post ASAP. We won't. You see, we won't because we were there from the beginning and we will go out being that way. That's what a true conspiracy researcher, a true conspiracy theorist is, which you all aren't. So this is what I wanted to come on and say because it is offensive. It's offensive to all of those who did the hard work. For people to just take on the name of conspiracy theorist, conspiracy researcher because it's trendy. That's what they're doing. People are taking on those terms because it's trendy. But you didn't put in the hard work to earn those terms. And again, yes, though I hate to say this, but even though he has his ways, but there was a time, so I will name him in it. First, giving credit to ourselves first. Me and the team, we all earned that title of conspiracy researcher slash a theorist. David Icke earned that title. Even Alex Jones, in his own way, he earned that title. Jesse Ventura earned that title, and the many others. I can think of so Amazing Polly earned that title. Richie from Boston and the many others. He earned that title. We earned the title of conspiracy theorist, conspiracy researcher, and how we earned it because we put in the work. You all didn't put in shit. So you all cannot call yourself that title because you all didn't earn it. You all are using that title because, again, it's trendy. And I encourage every legitimate conspiracy researcher, Jason A. included, that's another one. I encourage all the legitimate conspiracy theorists and researchers. Pop it out YouTube. You're in the list of legitimate conspiracy researchers too. Take back the title of conspiracy researcher, excuse me, and theorists. Take it back from them because they don't deserve to have that title. You're not that. If you weren't that from day one, you're not that now. So this is what I wanted to say because these little YouTubers, female and male, these TikTokers coming on acting as if they are doing investigative work. They're really digging and yeah, because I had to go through hours of research. No, you didn't. Stop the lies. Stop the as Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta said, the lies are lies are lies. No, you didn't. No, you did not. You went on to the many sites that we have had up for years, and you finally decided to look at the evidence that we did the hard work to bring forth. And you decided to take that evidence and go on TikTok and go on YouTube and make a video about it and saying that you did deep digging to get this information. You didn't. We did. We are the ones that deserve the flowers. I and my team, Richie from Boston, Jason A., Papa Duck, Alex Jones, David Icke, Sean Stone, Jesse Ventura, and our sources and the many others who are in the forefront, who are conspiracy researchers. We are the ones who deserve the flowers because we have been saying this since day one. So this is what I want to say. You can say it's egotistical, I don't care. But credit should be given where credit is deserved. So, yeah. This is Billie RL. BILLIERL, real life. Signing off.